It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It's 2023, and as I promised, we got a lot of new and exciting things for you here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are fortunate to have on the line with us a PV legend, if you would, the all-time leading scorer in basketball on both the women and the men's side of things, I might add. None other than Miss Jeanette Jackson. You call her JJ. How you doing, Mama?
Hey, man, what's going on, Mike? I'm doing great. I can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy New Year to you. And let me
Happy
say,
New Year. Happy holidays.
yes, all of that, man. Thank you for making yourself available for us for this interview. Before we get into our later feature of today's interview, let's bring us up to speed, man, and what you've been up to these past few years.
Well, since I graduated, I went and played overseas for a couple of years. Upon return, I got my master's at Prairie View, went back to Prairie View, got my master's, so I'm a two-time grad. After I graduated with my master's, I was on the PBMU women's basketball staff as one of the assistant coaches where I learned and helped out with Coach Sandy Pugh. That's my girl. I love her to death. Finished coaching. I stepped away from basketball for a little bit, just for a different experience. And I stepped into the mental health field, which is currently what I do. That is my main job. I work at a treatment center that focuses solely on kids who's been diagnosed with mental disorders, all type. I deal with like the severe cases or kids, and they are like bipolar, schizophrenic, suicidal, things of that nature. So that's like my main job. Aside from that, I also am a basketball trainer, skill development. So I assist with a lot of middle school, high school, college kids and their development on their skill, along with coaching an AAU program alongside some former PB athletes. Actually, we were all teammates back in the day, and now we just come together and we're coaching an AAU team. Initially, it started with one team, and now we're up to about 4 within about 2.5 years. So that's good.
Yeah, definitely been a productive person. And, that's what Prairie is all about, producing productive people. And I am so glad to hear that you have lined right on up with the mission for PVU. Now, you mentioned that you're coaching AAU basketball, you're on staff, and you stepped out to get a feel for life outside the court. And now you find yourself working back toward the court. Will you summarize the success that you had on and off the court, as we mentioned at the introduction, the all-time leading scorer for Prairie View? Has that settled into you just yet? Now that you've walked away from the game and you have a chance to reflect, do you ever go back and say, wow, I can't believe I did that?
Where do I? Any chance I get to go back to Prairie View and brag about my accomplishments, I would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, because really that's true. That's truly the only time that I actually get to talk about it and kind of just, pop my collar a little bit with some of my accomplishments. But like homecoming, especially, just going back and visiting and being around a team and talking to them and giving motivational speeches and things of that nature. That's all along the same line. So yeah, I think I do get a good bit of reflection going on over the years, but not too much. I kind of stay humble and quiet in the background, but I pop myself if I had to.
I know that's right. That competitive spirit will never die, right? It'll never die. Now, I was reflecting on some years ago. We've had you on the show as a student athlete, and now that you're a two-time graduate, it's just thrilling to be able to catch up and hear how you're going. But I was reflecting on one of the interviews that you had done, and you talked about how your brother really influenced and encouraged your game to step up. And I just wanted to catch up and see how your brothers are doing these days and what are they up to now.
Well, actually, I have 2 brothers and a sister. his brother, he is driving trucks. He got a CDL license, so he's driving trucks and being a full-time dad of 3. And my little brother, he actually just signed a professional contract, so he too will be going overseas to play basketball. He's currently playing with it's a professional team out in Seattle, Washington, where he gets paid, he gets room and board, and I believe a meal out there. And it's just like a team that preps him to get him overseas. So he's loving it. He's living life. He's like excited because he's made it. He's like, oh yeah, you ain't the only one that can talk that talk now. So that's always awesome. That's always great. But yeah, I'm very thankful for my older brother, man, for introducing the game of basketball to me. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably would never even cross the path of the sport.
Wow. And Fred, you would have never ran across a JJ, huh?
Who would JJ be without basketball? I mean, that's crazy to think about.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. So you've had a chance to be on staff with Coach Sandy Q. And what was that experience like for you?
Oh, man, I loved every bit of it. It was definitely new. Experience with that was because I was fresh out of school. And I did kind of have like, I won't say friendships, but I had, relationships with some of the players as far as knowing them before I even got on the staff. And I think that was the hardest, but also my greatest, aspect of the game, because it helped me understand the kids more. It helped me be able to relate to them a lot more. And I think that part of my ability helped Coach Pugh out a lot, along with the history that I know of PV. So, I mean, it was kind of like a good team. I had the history, I had the players down, and she had the X's and O's, and she was teaching me. So, I mean, I can't complain. I loved every bit of it, She was great inside and off of the court.
Very good. Now, we also know that you had a lot of success under the leadership of Coach Don Brown. Do you keep in contact with her at all today?
Yes, that's my girl. That is my girl. I talk to her very, very often. I actually was in her wedding last year. I was one of her bridesmaids in her wedding.
Okay. Her and Coach Thornton, he's now at Grambling State.
Absolutely. That's
okay.
My guy.
Okay. Look, this is such it's like a reunion almost, JJ, to be able to hear you. You were a young lady, now you are a younger, older lady, because you're going to always be a young lady as far as I'm concerned. But it's just good to hear that things are going well and are lining up for you. But we also have a bit of an announcement that we need to make right now, don't we?
Let them know, Mike.
Let them know.
Let them know, Mike.
Is it time to let them know right now?
Cut out the bag, Mike.
Let the cat out the bag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud and excited to introduce the voice for Prairie View A&M University Panthers women's basketball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Jeanette J.J. Jackson. How does that sound?
Amazing. Let's get it. This is the voice. This is the voice, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So the voice of choice, and it couldn't have been a better fit, better timing. We are excited for your expertise, the energy that you're going to bring toward the women's broadcast. Who tricked you into coming to be a part of this broadcast?
Who tricked me? I wouldn't call it a trick. I would call it, just a blessing that happened to fall in my lap. And let me tell you the backstory on that. So I actually wanted to draw some awareness to women's basketball, kind of get some crowd engagement and some more community, involvement within the games and stuff like that. And so I wanted to do a toy drive and donate some toys to a local elementary school, which I did, Hempstead Elementary, with the help of women's basketball and Mr. Mike Prince. I reached out to you, Mr. Mike, and one thing led to another. We was talking about blessing some families and some kids with some gifts, and here we are today. I mean, the rest is history.
The rest is history. And it's like a perfect fit.
Here we are today.
And let me tell you something. For as long as I've been doing this, or at least trying to do this, it has always been about giving back. It's always been about building up others, and it's always been about highlighting our beloved Prairie View A&M University. And I truly, truly believe that you are the right fit at the right time for such a time as this. And I am looking so forward to what you're going to bring to the table as far as describing the X's and the O's as the Panthers get ready to come on. And it came out a little stumbled out the gate against Grambling on Monday, but the next broadcast will be against the Southern Jags. And I know from your first-hand experience, it's going to be an intense game. And what a way for you to get your season debut on.
I'm excited, and I'm ready to go.
Well, we're excited for you, and we're ready to let you loose, baby. The cat is out the bag, so we're going to let the cat roam all over. You can check out J.J. Jackson right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network as the Panthers will be hosting the Southern Jags. Tip-off time will be at 5:30, January the 4th, which is Wednesday, which will be today, I might add, that the Panthers will be hosting the Jags. And, JJ, I am looking forward to this. And I know PV Nation is excited. And while we get ready to get this thing acclimated, I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments as we get ready to wrap this up and get ready for the game.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm ready to get it rolling. PV, let's get the job done today.
She is J.J. Jackson. You can listen to the Panthers here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Don't forget you can visit the website. And always look for the number at 857-777-0000. We're steady building here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We are the voice of student athletics, serving the community through faith and athletics. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. I want to thank you guys and remind you that you can always follow me on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The website, again, is obnradio.com. And just in case you have one of those smart devices, you can always say, hey, play the latest episode of The Mike Prince Show. And just like that, you'll have everything that you need. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.